Hi guys, so welcome to my new video. Today we will go to the Georgian mountains. We rented a house there for 2 nights and are going to explore the Georgian nature. My friends and I usually order a taxi when we travel in Georgia, but this time we decided to take a marshrutka, which is a minibus, and it is way cheaper than taxi. And the atmosphere in this bus station is quite hectic and I love it. So basically the driver is standing here and screaming town names, and it's a little bit scary, but now we have to find the bus driver for Kazbegi. After a simple search, we found our destination. The ride in marshrutka was surprisingly comfortable and quick. We reached the town in about 3 hours. So we arrived. The town's official name is Stepantsminda, from the name of an Orthodox monk who built a hermitage here in medieval times. But most people still refer to it by its old name Kazbegi. Dog. Since it wasn't tourist season, the village felt a bit gloomy, but I can imagine how lively it must get in the summer. There is even a very beautiful fancy hotel here, Kazbegi rooms. We didn't stay in that hotel though. This is our place, more modest but still cozy and nice. And now I will show you our house. It is a 2-story building. The view is so amazing. It's so cool when you're waking up and see mountains in front of you.
Какой мальчик.
Wow, look at this beautiful berry. Is it cranberry? Stepantsminda lies along the Georgian Military Highway, a major route through the Caucasus Mountains, connecting Georgia and Russia. This is the road to Russia, and I've just seen a bus with route Samara-Tbilisi. Wow, Samara is quite far from Caucasus. I really like process of searching for the driver here. We just stood on the central bus stop and different taxi drivers offer you their service, and that's how we found our driver, Soviet Moskvich. So we found a car, not this one obviously, and a local driver took us around to see some of the main sites. Oh, Parash! So this is a pool with mineral water. I've just tried it and it's very delicious. Our driver said that in the summer there are many tourists and they are even staying overnight in their cars here to swim. But now it's cold to swim here. I was a bit scared to approach these horses, but my friend totally bonded with them. О, он пьет, смотри. I think that this is the younger. Oi.
Здравствуй.
Scary. This is one more beautiful view. Here's Christian cross and probably some. Oh, it says in Russian пожертвование, donation for cathedral. And yeah, this is the road turn, and Russia is behind that turn. Well, not behind the mountain, but really close to this place. And then I realized how strange it is. I haven't been to Russia in almost 3 years. It seems so far away, yet it is just 1 hour drive from here. And 10 years jail over there, so I decided to focus on other destinations around Kazbegi. Our next stop, the Gveletsy waterfalls. We are going to the waterfall, but the driver abandoned us and he said that next 1 kilometer we have to walk on foot because his car cannot drive here. So he will pick us up in that place in about 1 hour and a half, and now we are exploring this area. And he also said that there would be Soviet train cars, so I'm excited. Look at this modest bridge, just 2 boards and 1 pole to hold on. I like it. And it leads to a mini inn, a hotel, and you can also live here. But the road is too hard, I think. So this is that wagon, but it's not a train car, just a cabin. Let's look what's inside. Wow, lots of recycling and desperation. There's some berries. Wow, this is the rock from the Lion King. It's been a wild hike, but finally, firstly I thought that this thing is a waterfall, like this, but no, finally we see it, and here it is. After that, we headed back to the main road where the driver was supposed to pick us up, but he was late and we ended up waiting for nearly an hour. It was getting dark, cold and a little spooky, but at least I got some awesome pictures with the flag. We only got back to town after dark, and then I saw this unbelievable view. This pitch black void between the tiny light and the town is actually the mountain range. I knew there was a church up there, but seeing it like this really puts its height into perspective. I can't wait to go up there tomorrow. I'll be on cloud 9 and actually in the cloud too. So we woke up, looked out of the window, and firstly we thought that it was snowing because everything is white here. But actually it is fog and we're literally in the clouds. It looks gloomy given that there are not many guests in these houses, so it's not the tourist season now and it looks abandoned. And look at this view. Despite the fog, we kept exploring. Now we're in a village called Sno, and we thought that the Georgian water called Sno is produced here, but our driver said that no, it's produced in another place. But here we found the Georgian edition of Eastern Island Moai. These faces are different. I really like this man's bushy beard. Этот похож на который мизогин такой с бородой.
He looks like Santa Claus, in my honest opinion.
These granite boulders bear the faces of Georgian national heroes. Sculptor Mira Pernishvili carved them to honor their legacy, and this is how it looks in summer, grand and timeless. This place looks abandoned, and I don't even know if we are allowed to enter it. Пойдемте наверх. Here there is another kind of stairs. Ой, я, наверное, не туда иду. Yeah, apparently we cannot go to the top of the tower. Finally, we're heading to the church. If in the morning we were lost inside the cloud, now we could see it floating in a thin layer over the city. But then, when we finally reached the top, the picture was even more impressive. Now we're at the same level with the cloud, or even higher. The whole town is in full view. I actually went to an excursion to this place last year, and there was much more fog so that we couldn't see anything. The village wasn't visible that time, and this is how it looked. Very gloomy atmosphere. This is Gergeti Trinity Church, and it's located at the elevation of 2,000 meters. It was built in the 14th century. I cannot even imagine how they managed to build this on such a height, and probably it was very difficult to transfer the blocks over here. I already feel the smell of church candles, so let's see it inside. So women are required to wear scarves here and skirts. It's not allowed to be in pants, but I guess that this rule is not followed that strictly. I'm not religious, but I began to appreciate the beauty of such places. When I looked at the interior of this church, I was thinking about people who were praying here centuries ago, and for them it was such a sacred place. So it's still mesmerizing, and I feel that this place has a lot of meaning and importance. Before, on the way up, we passed a group of students hiking along the road. They reached the church only as we were coming back down. The dedication. And then we returned to our house to enjoy some traditional Georgian dishes, roast s'mores, play Uno, and even poker. Hello! We are leaving, bye! I really like these houses and the beautiful view, but what I don't like is that these dogs are not really taken care of, because one dog has such weird looking hair. Also, it has worms because this dog was doing like movements that dogs do when they have such worms, and it's so sad. I mean, I think they feed them, but they don't do anything to heal them from these diseases, although they can, because they're business owners and they definitely have money for this. I understand that this is the village. There's even no opportunity to go to a vet, but then why would you start keeping a dog in the first place if you treat them like this? Yeah. Anyway, we have checked out, going to a restaurant to wait for our marshrutka. This is the end of my video about Kazbegi. Thanks for watching. I wanted to show you the beauty of Georgia, and maybe now you can say that you also visit this place, or maybe you want to travel here as well. I hope you like this video, write your comments, support my channel, and goodbye. Пока-пока. Hello.